Hello everyone, how's it going? Billy Ballgame here, back with another video. On this channel, I'm just a dude who loves to talk about baseball cards. And today's video is kind of a boo-boo on my part. So I have an order out right now at SGC that is in post-grading processing. So my hope is that tomorrow it will get shipped and I can see grades. But after I filmed my last video, I got a notification on my phone that I was running out of storage. So I went through and deleted all my videos, including my pre-grading video for my current SGC submission. So I wanted to go ahead and run through that with you all before my grades pop tomorrow. And this might be kind of lame, because I don't have the cards with me anymore, obviously, because they're at SGC. But I just wanted to go through the cards, let you know what I submitted, and I'll pop pictures up on the screen and then talk about what I think they're going to grade before they ship tomorrow, and I can see the grades. So that way you all know that I'm not cheating. But then also, as you can see, most of my mess is put away. And some of these cards down here, well, most of these cards down here in my display case have been put away. And if you can see up here on my shelf, I've got a new project that I plan on doing with that here if our stuff ever comes in from Amazon that I ordered to help facilitate that project. So I may do an update on that here pretty soon. And then I've got what I think is a cool pickup that I'll show you probably on my next video, which will be more than likely tomorrow, because today is Thursday the 16th. Well, it won't be tomorrow because that video will already be on my channel by the time you see this, because I will combine it with my SGC return once I get it back. So if I'm going to do an update on this, you've already seen it. So I'm just wasting my breath, I guess. So without further ado, I will go ahead and get into the cards that are currently at SGC, hopefully will be graded tomorrow. And they received them on Monday, which is the 13th. So they picked them up Monday. They were late getting down there. Again, it took like 9 days for it to get down there because of snowpocalypse. And then this was kind of strange. I got notification that it had been delivered to the post office at a P.O. box, which I've never had that happen before with SGC. And I think that was Friday or maybe even Thursday, and then it was picked up Monday of this week. And then today I saw that it's in post-grading processing. Hopefully they'll ship it tomorrow. So if that happens, that would be 5 days that SGC has been in possession of those cards. So again, really quick turnaround. We'll see how the grades go. So one of the cards I sent is the 2001 Upper Deck Albert Pujols rookie card, which I will pop up here because I'm not holding it. I think my copy that I sent in is going to grade an 8. I bought it at kind of an indoor flea market down in Sedalia, Missouri a few years ago, 3-4 years ago. I paid $50 for it, ungraded. I may have overpaid because it's not worth $50 if it grades an 8. But I think it's going to grade an 8 because the foil, the gold foil, I'm trying to picture it in my head, where it has his major league debut date and then the Cardinals logo above it. It looks like some of that foil has rubbed off. And I've never had a card with foil that isn't intact, so I don't know how bad that's going to affect the grade. My guess is it will be an 8, but I really have no idea. It could grade a 6, it could grade a 7. I really hope not. But that's, again, just a guess on my part, is that card will grade an 8. I've also got a 2008 Topps update, Clayton Kershaw, that I got as part of a trade. Again, a few years ago, they had a card shop down in Jeff City, Missouri, and I brought some stuff down there and worked out a trade, and this Clayton Kershaw rookie was part of that trade. Now, Again, I'll pop a picture up. Mine is off-centered. My hope is that it is off-centered and will still grade a 9, but I think it's going to grade an 8. And if it does, then that may be a card that is future show fodder. That's a card I would like to have a centered one first off, but maybe a little bit nicer of an example of one. So I may move that card even if it grades a 9, but I think it's going to grade an 8. And then the card I'm kind of, well, let me save it for last. So next I have a 97 Metal Universe Magnetic Field Ken Griffey Jr. If you saw my Ken Griffey Jr. video where I spent like 3 days showing Ken Griffey Jr. cards, I showed this card in that video. And again, picture here. So mine is a pretty sharp looking card. I think it's got a shot at a 9. I will say 8 to 9. It could grade an 8, it could grade an 8.5, it could grade a 9. If it grades above that, I'll be pretty excited, but I think it's a really cool card. And then last but not least, I have the 2024 National VIP pack of Caitlin Clark, and it's VIP 1. So here's the Wemby. And then again, I'll pop a picture of the Caitlin Clark up here. Hers is red. So one has not sold in a 10 for a while with PSA, and the last one that sold at PSA was $850, and I think it was like September or October of 2024. There have been some 9 sales here recently in the $50 range or so. This card is selling right now ungraded at about 50 or 60 bucks. So my hope is that it grades a 9.5 or a 10. I don't know if it's sharp enough to grade that high, so I'm going to say that that one is a 9. And if it's a 9, it's about a $50 card or so, maybe $80, but I got it for free out of the VIP National, out of the National VIP pack. I don't really plan on having a Caitlin Clark PC, so that would be a card that would also potentially be card show fodder. So potentially it could be a pretty big card. So we'll see how the grading goes, but I just wanted to kind of give you guys an overview, let you know what I thought my grades were, so that way if I nailed them all on the head, I have this video as evidence that I pre-graded them before I got the cards back. So I just decided to, off the cuff, to do another kind of preview, even though I don't have the cards here. So stick with me. Like I said, tomorrow's Friday the 17th. Hopefully they'll get mailed out Friday, and then hopefully I'll have them on Monday. And then depending on time, I may go ahead and do another video on Monday to do the submission. So we'll see how it goes. But until the next one, well, not until the next one. I hope everybody has a good one. I'll see on the next one or whatever. So on the next one, I'll have the cards back and I'll do the SGC reveal. So hang on, I'll be right back with you. All right, everyone, I'm back. So today is January 25th, and the SGC cards just made it back today. So this submission is really kind of an odyssey. I don't remember the exact dates of everything. They might be in my first part of the video for my air quotes pre-grading video, because as you all know, I accidentally deleted my pre-grading video. But it was a 9-day trip down to SGC. And like, we had snow, the post office was backed up, I get it. SGC had these cards in their possession for, I think it was 4 or 5 days, and they kicked them out. I think they mailed them on the 13th, and then they just got here today. And I get it, they had snow down in Florida the other day, but man, this is 9 days coming back from Florida again. So 18 days this submission was in the mail, between me mailing it out and then SGC mailing it out. And then again, SGC only had them for 4 or 5 days. So they were really quick. But what's going on with the post office? Holy cow. But this submission is a really frustrating one. I'm trying to choose my words carefully because I'm pretty frustrated, but I really just kind of want to know if there's something going on with SGC. So you guys know from my last grading submission when I talked about this Tim Raines rookie card, and I showed it in my pre-grading video. I showed this card. I thought it was going to grade a 9, maybe even better. And then I got it, and there's this damage over here on the edge that clearly was not in my pre-grading video. And this card showed up graded an 8. So that's one order that I'm kind of like, wait a minute, what's going on? Something's not quite right here. So this order, and I nailed all the other cards out of that order. I nailed the grades right on the head. And I'm trying to choose my words carefully because I don't want to accuse anybody of anything, but it's really frustrating. And so this potentially was the biggest card in the order based off of the grade that I thought it could get. And then it grades an 8 and comes back with clearly damage along that edge that wasn't there. Now, kind of confused, kind of frustrated, don't really know. Like, I know I could contact SGC's customer service and they would do something to make it right because their customer service is really good. But I'm starting to kind of question if there's something going on at SGC. And this is 2 submissions in a row, and it makes me pretty uncomfortable. And so I'm kind of frustrated and just trying to handle this with a with a calm head and figure out the best way to move forward. So to the cards that came back today, and again, I apologized. I deleted on accident my pre-grading video, and that's what makes this video to a certain extent even more frustrating. So I talked about my 2001 Upper Deck Albert Pujols that I thought was going to grade an 8 because the foil was a little bit jinky, and it graded an 8. And you can see there's some of the foil is kind of rubbed off. Like, I thought this was an 8 and it came back an 8. And it's a really sharp card. I think that foil is really all that's wrong with it. There might be a touch up here in this corner, but overall it's a really sharp card. So that's one grade that I nailed on the head. The next card, I think a 97. Yeah, 97 Skybox Metal Universe Ken Griffey Jr. Magnetic Field. And this is a gorgeous card. It looks amazing in the tux. I thought it would grade a 9, and again, it did. And this card is gorgeous. So this will go up here in my newest addition to the Ken Griffey Jr. corner of the room. But again, a really sharp card. In my pre-grading, I thought that it would be in the 8 to 9 range, and it came back a 9. So again, super happy with that. Great looking card there. And then I talked about the 2008 Topps Update Clayton Kershaw rookie card. I said I thought it was going to be an 8 because it was off-centered left to right, and there were some very minor surface scratches on it. So once again, it came back an 8. And again, just a really good looking card. It's just off-center, right? So again, another grade that I nailed. So bear with me because what's really frustrating is about to come up. So the Caitlin Clark, and this is what really frustrates me that I accidentally deleted my pre-grading video. The Caitlin Clark I thought was going to grade worst case scenario a 9, that it could possibly grade a 9.5 or a 10, and the last 10 sold at PSA for $850. A 9.5 is about a $150 card. So I don't know if a 10 PSA 10 sold in September, the last one, for about $850. A 9.5 is worth about $150. A 9 is worth 50 to 80. And I thought, worst case scenario, that this Caitlin Clark was going to grade a 9. When the grades popped and I saw what it graded, I was like, how? What is going on? Are you kidding me? So it graded an 8. Now, look at this card very closely, because I'm going to pop up the SGC image of this card. In the SGC image of this card, and the cert number matches and everything. But in SGC's picture, you can see chipping all along this edge. Do you see any chipping on that edge? You can also see chipping all along the bottom edge. I can't see any white unless I turn it down and you're staring at the side of the card, right? But in the SGC picture, you can see chipping all along the bottom of this edge. I don't see any chipping on this card. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can turn this camera and get some of this glare off of it. As a matter of fact, the only damage I see in this card, which I'm almost positive was not there when I sent it, is there's a, let me see, I might have to put my glasses on for this. There's a little bit of an indentation kind of close to one of the edges down here on the bottom of the card. I don't know if I can get it to show up. It's right above my finger. It looks like maybe something was sat on it and it dented it a little bit. I don't know if that's going to show up. There it is, right there, right along that edge going in here. You can see a little bit of a divot, right? I looped this card before I sent it. I hit it with a magnifying glass, and I did not see that. Now, what's really puzzling to me is, again, I don't see any chipping along the bottom. I don't see any chipping along the top. I'm going to show the SGC picture. And again, you can see chipping all along the top border and the bottom border on the card that is in this slab on SGC's seller ready images on their website. So, like, where's the chipping? Like, I'm happy there's no chipping on this card, because again, this is a much nicer looking card because I can't see the chipping, and you've got to look real hard to find that divot on there. But I'm almost positive it wasn't there. Now, the really unfortunate thing about it is I accidentally deleted the pre-grading video. And then you can see there's a little bit of a nick on that corner. Okay? So I've said this before, I can understand if SGC damaged this card. As many cards as SGC handles, they are going to damage cards occasionally. It's going to happen. It's just kind of the nature of the beast, unfortunately. They handle a boatload of cards. They're going to occasionally damage them. I know SGC does, or PSA does. But what is going on at SGC? Like, again, I hope you can see the difference between this card and the card in the SGC image. Let me hold them both up there at the same time so you can get a good look at them. And you tell me if those look like the same cards to you. So, what card did they use for the seller ready images? Because it doesn't look like the same card to me, and I'm really confused. Like, at first, before I got this submission today, like, I thought they're swapping cards, because this, card, I know when I sent it, did not have chipping all along the bottom and all along the top like their image shows. So why does that image show chipping all along the top and all along the bottom, and the card doesn't show it? So I'm really confused. I have no idea what's going on, but it's frustrating because this has been 2 orders, 2 submissions in a row where I'm questioning what's going on. And that doesn't make me comfortable. And I love SGC. Like, every card that I have ever graded in my collection, except for one, has been with SGC. So I have a huge submission ready to go. Well, not ready to go, but pulled aside for their new special for 70s and 80s cards. I have 33 cards pulled out that I'm going to send on or around the 15th of February. And these aren't huge cards, right? But here's a Griffey rookie. Here are more Bo Jacksons. Eric Davis rookie. Don Mattingly rookie. Bo Jackson rookie. Tony Gwynn rookie. And I'll do the pre-grading video on these. Lee Smith rookie. Tony Gwynn rookie. Sandberg rookie. Strawberry rookie. Sandberg rookie. Boggs rookie. Another Boggs rookie. Another Boggs rookie. Clemens rookie. Puckett rookie. Puckett rookie. George Brett, 79 tops. Another 86 traded Barry Bonds. Don Russell rookies, Greg Maddux. Bonds rookie. 84 tops, Henderson. 79, Mike Schmidt. 79, Nolan Ryan, Walter Johnson. 84, Fleer, Nolan Ryan. 86, Donruss, Nolan Ryan. 87, Fleer, Nolan Ryan. 81, Topps, Nolan Ryan. 89, Upper Deck, Randy Johnson. 84, Fleer, Ozzie Smith. 89, Bowman, Nolan Ryan. 89, Topps, Nolan Ryan. Now, all of these are sharp cards, and this is a 33 card submission that's going to be going out. And of course, I'm going to film the grading, the pre-grading submission, but I'm going to take copious pictures of these cards because I don't like sending cards out and then questioning whether they got damaged or if something more shady happened to them. Like this Tim Raines, again, and this Caitlin Clark. Because again, this is not the card that is in the SGC seller ready images. I'm almost positive. Like, I don't want to accuse anybody of anything. That's why I'm not calling SGC or emailing SGC, because I can't prove anything, especially with this Caitlin Clark, right? And I'm not a dude that just wants to accuse anybody of anything, but it's really confusing to me. So here's the Wemby from that same exact set. And I didn't send this out because it's off-centered. And the Caitlin Clark, not only does it have more value, but was a nicer card. There's nothing going on with that Wemby. So, again, would I have missed that on the Caitlin Clark, that indention? I'm not going to say that I'm above that because I've missed things on cards. I've made mistakes. But this is 2 submissions in a row where I have nailed every grade of every card on the head except for 2. And those 2 that I haven't nailed on the head just so happen, based off of condition, to be the most valuable card in that submission, potentially based on the grade. And so I don't know what to feel. I'm frustrated. I'm angry. I'm confused. I think is really what it boils down to is I'm confused, and I'm feeling not insecure, but like uncomfortable at this point, um, with potentially maybe something going on at SGC. And again, I'm not accusing anybody of anything. These are my thoughts. This is just how I'm feeling about these last couple submissions. I know in the past that they damaged a card. My 1990 Upper Deck Michael Jordan, one of the corners got tipped, and it wasn't that way before, and it graded an 8.5. Now, I didn't have pictures on my pre-grading video. It didn't clearly show the corners, so I didn't call SGC and raise a fit. I didn't say anything about it, as a matter of fact, other than I thought one of the corners had gotten damaged. But again, this is 2 submissions in a row, and it just makes me question what's going on down there. And, you know, fool me once, shame on you, right? Fool me twice, shame on me. So every submission I send down there, I don't care if I got to back it up on a hard drive. I'm going to take copious pictures on my pre-grading video. I'm going to take pictures of video of every angle of the card that I can possibly show in the pre-grading video, because I don't ever want to have to question this again. Like, I love SGC because they're quick turnaround, the slabs are great. I feel they're consistent with their grading, and I don't know. So again, pardon me. Please, I apologize. Please forgive me. Don't give me a bunch of hate in the comments. But it's just frustrating. So I'm just trying to gather my thoughts as best as I possibly can, because these just came in. And I have a 33 card submission ready to send out here in a couple weeks. And I'll probably be sending another big one out in March right behind that, because I have a bunch more SG 70s and 80s cards that I want to get graded. But I tell you what, these last couple submissions, to nail every single grade pretty much on the head except for one card out of each submission, and then have me be off by that much, it's just it really makes me question. So and this isn't sour grapes because I missed a grade on a card. Like, it happens from time to time. And I would never throw a fit about that. Like with the Bo Jackson, I missed a pink eye. I missed a pink print dot on his leg. Like, that's on me, right? And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not above occasionally missing things. But after that pink print dot on that Bo Jackson, I was like, okay, I really need to start paying attention to these. And so I looped, and I hit a magnifying glass on all those cards and checked the surfaces and the backs and all that stuff. So I didn't miss that. So it's just, it's frustrating. So hopefully the next submission goes better than these last 2 have, because again, for the biggest card in the submission to come back with the lowest grade that are way off from where I thought it was, and everything else is right on the head, like that's frustrating to me. So I don't really know, but I'll have another video coming out soon. My buddy Mark from Mark's Dodgers Cards, I bought a few cards from the 60 set off of him, and those came in. So I want to show those, and I also want to talk a little bit more about an interesting sale off of eBay recently from the 60 set. So that will probably be the next video. And then my 2-year YouTube anniversary is coming up here pretty soon. So it's on the 30th, which is next Thursday. Today's the 25th as I'm filming this video. The 30th will be my 2-year YouTube anniversary. I don't know if I will get my 2-year video out that night. I will probably wait until the next night to do it, and I'll do my my top 25 cards in my collection countdown. I'm going to do that every year on my YouTube anniversary. So stick with me on the channel. More to come. Um, Hit me up in the comments if you think I'm just being an idiot and I missed something on those cards, or if you think I have a reason to question kind of what's happening down at SGC right now. So until the next one, I hope everybody has a good one, and I'll talk to you later.